Hi, Jane Fendelman here. You guys have asked me to make another video because of the video I made yesterday, March 2nd, 2017, called Get Your Man Back Fast. That was the video, Get Your Man Back Fast. It stirred up this frenzied interest in who is the guy that dumped me 2 weeks before my wedding. 2 weeks before our wedding. Who is the guy who dumped me 2 weeks before our wedding? Well, I won't tell you who he was. But what happened? What happened to that guy? And did I get him back? Yes, I did get him back. So this video is about that. So I made a video yesterday called Get Your Man Back Fast. This is the fastest, easiest, most fun way for you to get your man back. And it really works. And I developed this tool, this technique, when I did it, when I had need for it. That's when I made it up. That's when I figured it out. That's when I found it out. And I have since taught it to hundreds of clients over the last 20 years ago is when I figured this out, 20 years ago. When I got dumped 2 weeks before my wedding. Yes, it's true. That really actually happened. That happened. Okay, so first of all, I want to say this is a really lovely, wonderful, great man. That man that I almost married. It's just we weren't a match. There were a couple of things that really weren't working. There was so much that was working. It's really important that you realize, and he obviously realized this before I did, you realize what is not working, and if it's a real make it or break it kind of issue that you're not able to resolve. Like a couple should be able to resolve an issue, grow, and move forward as a couple. Grow and change and evolve as an individual. And also when you grow and change and evolve as an individual, you thereby grow, change, grow, evolve, and evolve your relationship. And beloved love takes more maturity than most people have. Beloved love requires you being the best version possible of yourself. So it's be ready to grow and change. You have to in beloved love. Okay, so we're about to get married. It was 2 weeks before our wedding. We had family flying in from out of town. The dining table was full of presents at his house because I was moving into his house. And it's funny now, 20 years later, it's funny. He called off the wedding. So 2 weeks before we were to get married, he said, this isn't working. This isn't working. We should not get married. We shouldn't get married. And probably at some level, I knew I already knew then that he was right. But we were like full tilt headed toward this wedding, and it was exciting, and it was going to be at this cool place, at this cool venue in Scottsdale, and outside in this great national park, and not national park, it was going to be at the Desert Botanical Gardens. That's where it was going to be. And if you guys have ever been there, you know that place is beautiful, gorgeous. And the reception was going to be there, and I had a dress picked out, and we had family and friends flying in from all over the United States because he was from one end and I was from the other end of it. And we just had people everywhere and gifts and everything. So 2 weeks beforehand, he said, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's not right for us to get married. And I just said, okay. And I left. And, well, actually I said, okay, you're going to give me $200 for a hotel. Because my old house was rented out, and I wasn't sure where I was going to go and live yet. So he was such a nice guy. He was such a great guy. He gave me $200, and I went to this beautiful hotel down here in Phoenix, near where I used to live, and no one could get a hold of me for a couple of days. I mean, it's a real shock. Like when you have a beloved end your relationship suddenly, for a moment in time, you will be reeling. And that pain in your heart, it's your actual, they call it your, they refer to it as your heartstrings, and a broken heart and your heart hurts. There are actual tendons that hold your heart that do get stretched, that stretch when you have a heartbreak. So you have an actual pain, a real pain in your heart. It's kind of remarkable. Anyway, so two of my best girlfriends tracked me down with a giant bottle of wine at this hotel, and we promptly drank that, and then they took me out to dinner. And we had an amazing time. And then I began about the business, and then I bought this house. This house. I've had this house for almost 20 years. I love this house. This house and I have been renovated over the years. So I started doing all kinds of things just to get on with my happy life. And if you watched that video that I posted yesterday on March 2nd, 2017, entitled it's called Get Your Man Back Fast. That's what the video is called. You know exactly what I mean when I say get on with your happy life. So I got on my wild protector animal and I rode across the sky and I just went on having fun. Of course it's work. I had to get back to having fun. I had to work really hard to get back to having fun. And I went out alone. I went out with girlfriends. I did brand new things. I took scuba diving. I took dance lessons. I took my mountain hiking more seriously. Sometimes you just have to move. If you have a broken heart and you feel stuck and you're like miserable and wallowing in it, sometimes it almost doesn't matter what you do. You have to do something just to get yourself moving again. So probably within about 6 weeks, there's this vibe that went from my body, my energy, radiating out into the universe, from me out, shining like a light. And that must have hit him way over there where he lived. He lived east of me. We bump into each other every now and then. Every 7 or 8 years, he and I bump into each other, and it's really lovely, and we visit. And sometimes we apologize to each other again. Because here's what happened next. He got this vibe through the universe, through the Higgs field, from me. I got my shine back. I got on with my happy life. And I get this call from him one day. I'll call him Sam. So Sam calls me up, and he goes, Hey, I think you left your curtains behind. And I'm thinking, I didn't leave any curtains behind. I didn't bring any curtains to his house when I moved in there. And I'm thinking, yep, I think I know what's happening. So I said, okay, gosh, I don't remember any curtains. And he said, well, I'm pretty sure these are yours. So, I'm going to be around your area tomorrow. I can just bring them by. Would you like me to bring them by? And I said, yeah, that'd be great. Bring the curtains. Bring the curtains. So he came, and we're sitting on the couch and we're talking, and I'm like, yeah, these are not my curtains. But we're talking, we're visiting, and we're having a really lovely visit. And for like about a half hour or an hour, it's hard to remember, it's 20 years ago, but this I do remember. We're chatting, and he's getting this look in his eye. And all of a sudden, he lunged across the couch and he plants this huge kiss on me. This big make-out kiss. Just bam, like all of a sudden. And that was really nice. I was delighted. I was so happy. I was so happy he was there. I was so happy he came back. I was so happy he called me. I was so happy he brought made up curtains, and I was so happy that he lunged across the couch and kissed me, started kissing me. So we started dating again. And you know what? Here's the thing that you will find about that technique, the Get On With Your Happy Life tool technique. It gets you back to center, and it reminds you of how brilliant and bright and shiny and gorgeous and fabulous you are. And when that guy does come back, because he'll come back, he'll come back. If you do this technique, like if you don't chase him and you don't hang out and beg him to come back, if you just get on with your happy life, the chances are highly likely, high percentages, that he'll be back. He'll be back, chase you down, and lunge across the couch and kiss you. But you know what? Here's what happened. We were dating for a few weeks. I don't know, maybe a couple of months. And I started having this feeling like what happened was just going to happen over again. Like the stuff that was not working, nothing happened to fix it. We just missed each other and came back together again. And when I started like making noises about, maybe we should address the stuff that wasn't working, and I could see it wasn't getting sorted out, I broke up with him. I dumped him. And it wasn't a payback. Well, it was 99.9% not a payback. Like I said, I have apologized to him because it was like sudden and whoosh, like whoosh. I pulled the rug out. Okay, it was more than 1% a payback. There was some payback there. I mean, I was really happy when he came back, but I could see it wasn't going to work. And so, yeah, then I dumped him. So that's what happens. So sometimes even once you get the guy back, you might be happy initially. But because you already got on with your happy life, sometimes chances are you're going to be so happy that guy that it didn't work out with, sometimes you'll realize you don't really want him back. Sometimes you'll realize he didn't deserve you, or he wasn't good enough for you, or he just, like this man, who's a really lovely man, we just weren't a match. So that's what happened. That's what happened when I was engaged to be married, and 2 weeks before my wedding, he called it off. Yep. I was going to say I got the last laugh, but that would be a very vindictive note to end on, and I don't want you to be vindictive. Don't be like I was. I mean, it was this much of me that wanted to do a payback, but it was the majority of me wanted him back. And then a giant part of me realized, okay, this is not going to work. So anyway, I wish you so much love. If you're watching right now, I hope your heart's not broken. And if it is, I hope you watch my video from yesterday, March 2nd, called Get Your Man Back Fast, because it'll make you feel better. And you'll have a plan, something you can do right away for your broken heart. I love you. I love you. Thanks for watching. Mwah.